We are expected to reuse and recycle materials to protect the natural environment and utilize limited resources effectively in the world. We, the member firm of the Japan Drum Reconditioners Association, JDRA, have conducted the business activities of reconditioning drums for reuse for about a century. The century-long business model is a history of a circular social system that incorporate environmental protection and economy. The steel drum was invented by a female American journalist in 1903. Now, steel drums circulate all over the world and have become one of the main containers for transportation logistics. Our main clients are core industries such as major chemical makers, oil wholesalers, and paint makers. Both newly manufactured and reconditioned steel drums have been used for transportations and storage mainly among these industries and have played a major role in the Japanese economy. It is estimated as many as 23 million steel drums are produced in Japan annually. 13 million of them are new and the other 10 million reconditioned ones. New steel drums account for 55% and reconditioned ones for 45% respectively. Let me show you how collected steel drums are being reconditioned for reuse. First, I can show you the reconditioning process for non-removable tight head steel drums. We remove a plug on the lid and straighten the deformed chime ring on an empty steel drum. We reduce dents on the body with rollers after filling the inside the body with compressed air. We rinse out the residues with a special detergent. Now is a preparatory process to remove the old paint on the surface and any corrosion for the foreign customized painting. In this process, we remove the old paint and polish steel drum by projecting small steel balls at it. We can see old paint has completely peeled off. Next, after washing the inner part of the drum body, we visually inspect it. After that, we use special paints to repaint the outer part of the body based on the customized purposes. We inspect the inner part of the steel drum with a camera. With an ultrasound leak inspection device, we check for any holes that could cause leaks. Next, let me show you the reconditioning process for removable open-head steel drums. We cut off the fixed tight head steel drum's top from the body using a rotating blade. The separated steel drums go through a furnace. We shape it on even surfaces after inserting a mold inside the steel drum. We curl the edges of the open-head steel drum with steel rollers. After washing it, we attach specified parts including a lid to the repainted open steel drum. Now let's see the remodeling process for composite drums with an inner receptacle. We are inserting high-density polyethylene liner that has excellent chemical resistance into an open steel drum. Composite drums with an inner receptacle can be used safely in various fields of chemical products, such as strong acid or alkali. Using our composite drums with an inner receptacle, it is more appropriate to say we are remanufacturing the steel drums rather than reconditioning them. Stainless steel drums are highly durable and can contain various foods and high-grade chemicals. We rinse out the residues with special detergents. We submerge the stainless steel drum in water after filling it with compressed air. This is to check for air leaks. And now the final inspection. We thoroughly check the drum's inner condition using an endoscopic camera. This is how used stainless steel drums are reborn as reconditioned ones. As you can see, the steel drum recondition and reuse scheme has many variations and purposes. The collected steel drums are shipped to users after being fully reconditioned. Next, let me show you how reconditioned steel drums conform with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development of SDGs adopted at the United Nations General Assembly held in September 2015. The JDRA will focus on the amount of carbon dioxide reduction, showing the SDG 13 section, climate action, and also on the responsible management of chemicals and waste, showing the SDG 12 section, responsible consumption and production. First, on carbon dioxide reduction. The JDRA has carried out the life cycle assessment (LCA) of a steel drum. The LCA report has received a critical review conforming to ISO 14040, an international standard as designated by Japan Environmental Management Association for Industry (JEMI). This standard is designed to heighten the credibility of data. The data was screened by independent third-party organization, hence it guarantees authenticity. According to the data, a newly manufactured steel drum emits a total of 21.23 kg of carbon dioxide through the procurement of steel, production, and transportation. On the other hand, the carbon dioxide emission from the reconditioned steel drum is 6.17 kg. This is about a third the amount of carbon dioxide of a new one. Considering circulation in the domestic market, reconditioning steel drum creates 150,000 tons less carbon dioxide. This can contribute to Scope 3 carbon dioxide reduction. Your business partners will indirectly reduce the amount of carbon dioxide. Next, responsible management of chemicals and waste. We outsource the disposable removed liquids and dregs in the reconditioning process to designated industrial waste disposable operators with a manifest. Unreconditioned steel drums need to be made safe before taken to a scrap yard. The detergent used for washing the inner steel drums are purified after separating residual materials, such as oil. This is a purification treatment facility. Using microorganisms, we reduce the wastewater used for washing the steel drum's hazard level to below legally standardized levels. If we just scrub the unwashed steel drums, hazardous liquid would be released from them. Hence, responsible care for residues is required for an operator to secure environmental safety and health. The JDRA is not only able to manage the steel drum content in the manufacturing process, but also to provide proper information on the waste disposal process for their possible traceability. It is important for us to manage the disposal of the used chemical responsibly in order to conserve the global environment. We have a request for users. As steel drums are filled with valuable liquids, please try to use them until the last drop. The responsible management of chemicals and waste is closely linked to SDG's 12th section, Responsible Consumption and Production. In Japan, approximately 23 million new and reconditioned steel drums are filled annually. $70 million of them are used domestically. The JDRA then collects 11.2 million of domestically used steel drums to be reconditioned. While 10 million of the collected used steel drums are reconditioned, the remaining of 1.2 million are scrapped by the JDRA. This means as many as 5.8 million domestic steel drums are scrapped without any recycling process. If we use the 5.8 million, we can further reduce carbon dioxide emissions. To achieve this, we need your understanding and cooperation. Steel drums have been reused with repeated washing, reconditioning, and remodeling along with the developments in key industries. Now, the 72 member companies of the JDRA all across Japan are promoting steel drum reuse activities together to form a circular society. We are making all-out efforts to achieve a better steel drum collection system and improve the reconditioning technology process. We have a favor to ask. There is no deterioration to use steel drums despite uneven surfaces and deformations on them. Therefore, we ask you to reuse steel drums, thereby bringing greater benefits to you in an effort that will secure the global environment and reduce your cost. We therefore need your understanding and cooperation with EcoSpec. The Mottainai spirit. This was stipulated in the statement adopted at the International Conference on Industrial Packaging held in San Francisco in 2006. We, the Japan Drum Reconditioners Associations, are doing our best to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the world, sharing this Mottainai spirit with our American and European counterparts.